25 years, we've been hoping that the parents and their kids would respect U.S. immigration law and not be here, obviously. Congress can't legislate around the idea that the rule of law is never going to be respected. And so the president, who said for 3 years, Soledad, he said for 3 years, I don't have the legal authority to do this. But here it is about 6 months before the election, and all of a sudden he's claiming this brand new unconstitutional authority to create a whole new immigration category and then run ads on Spanish language TV trying to take credit for it. Now, in principle, the idea behind the DREAM Act might have made sense, keeping in mind Congress has now rejected it twice, if in fact it had been accompanied with a balanced set of reform measures to curtail overall immigration downstream and actually begin enforcing the law so we didn't replicate the problem. But what the president is now doing is on his own motion, own authority, just saying, I have the right to rewrite the law, ignore the law. He puts them in.
So you're clearly annoyed with the president, and you also said you would hope that the parents and the kids themselves would respect the rule of law. That's what you just said. But what would your solution be today? I mean, because obviously, I'm going to tell you, as you mentioned, last 25 years, the people are not returning en masse or self-deporting en masse back to Mexico. So what would you do now with children whose parents brought them across the border and now they have no documents and they're in the country illegally right now?
Well, I would do what most countries do, which is if you give people an amnesty, what you say is you have 6 months to get your affair in order, and please understand that you will get your education back in your home country where you're a citizen and you can bloom where you're planted. The basic principle of the rule of law and the fact that it's respected is why immigrants have wanted to come to this country for 200 years. If we abandon the core principle and allow the process to be usurped by an executive who says, I'm just not going to enforce the law, and taxpayers will pay. They don't seem to care about fraud. The waivers, there's not even an interview requirement. And then, Soledad, what happens, as you pointed out last hour, the president is creating a database, but he can't guarantee any future immigration status. So in a sense, he's overpromising something he can't deliver.
Let's talk about that with